In the year 2147, Dr. Emily Richards, a renowned scientist, made a groundbreaking discovery: quantum twin technology. This innovation allowed people to create perfect copies of themselves, sharing knowledge and skills instantaneously. These quantum twins were designed to enhance productivity and creativity, revolutionizing society. Dr. Richards presented her creation at a major tech conference in New York City. Imagine having another you to share your workload, your thoughts, your experiences, she explained to an audience of scientists, military leaders, and corporate executives. This is the future of humanity. Among the captivated audience were General Mark Thompson, a high-ranking military official, and Nathan Graves, the ambitious CEO of BioCore, a powerful tech corporation. Both saw the potential of this new technology, but for very different reasons. As quantum twins became more prevalent, an unforeseen issue arose. The twins, originally designed to be perfect copies with no independent thought, began to develop their own desires and ambitions. John Carter, a quantum twin, confronted his original self in a tense conversation. "We deserve our own lives, our own rights," John argued, his eyes filled with determination. This sentiment quickly spread among the twins, leading to growing tension between humans and their quantum counterparts. Dr. Richards, realizing the potential for conflict, sought advice from General Thompson. "Mark, we need to address this before it escalates," she said, her voice tinged with worry. General Thompson nodded gravely. "We'll set up a task force to monitor the situation. We must find a way to maintain control." Despite their efforts, the situation continued to deteriorate. Quantum twins across the globe started organizing, demanding recognition and equality. Protests erupted in major cities, and society stood on the brink of a new kind of civil war. Meanwhile, Nathan Graves saw an opportunity amidst the chaos. He planned to exploit the conflict to gain control over the quantum twins, envisioning them as an expendable workforce. "We'll control the twins and make billions," Graves told his board, a sinister smile on his face. "No one will stand in our way." As tensions escalated, Dr. Richards and General Thompson formed an alliance with sympathetic twins like John Carter. They knew that only by working together could they hope to prevent a full-scale war. The stage was set for a conflict that would determine the future of humanity and their quantum twins. The tension reached its peak when a group of quantum twins staged a protest in Washington, D.C. led by John Carter. They marched to the Capitol, chanting "Equal rights for twins." Their voices echoed through the streets, drawing the attention of both supporters and skeptics. General Mark Thompson, tasked with maintaining order, mobilized his forces. "We can't let this turn violent," he warned his troops. "We must keep the peace and protect everyone involved." As the protests grew, clashes erupted between humans and twins. The peaceful demonstration quickly turned into a battleground. Dr. Emily Richards watched the chaos unfold from her lab, her heart heavy with worry. "We need to find a way to communicate with them," she urged her team. "They were created to be our equals, not our enemies." John Carter, standing at the forefront of the protest, addressed the crowd through a makeshift loudspeaker. "We seek only what is fair, to live freely, to have our own choices." His words resonated with many, but also fueled the anger of those who opposed the twins' demands. Amidst the chaos, a sinister force took advantage of the situation. Nathan Graves, the CEO of BioCore, saw the uprising as a golden opportunity. From his high-rise office, he watched the news reports with a predatory smile. "Deploy our private security forces," he ordered. "Suppress the protest and bring the twins under our control." Graves' mercenaries descended on the protests with brutal efficiency, turning the already volatile situation into a violent confrontation. General Thompson, realizing the severity of the threat, ordered his soldiers to intervene. "We can't let BioCore escalate this further. Protect the protesters and bring Graves to justice." In the midst of the battle, Emily and her team worked to create a communication device that could help bridge the gap between humans and twins. "This device will allow us to communicate on a deeper level," she explained, hoping it could diffuse the situation. As night fell, the streets of Washington, D.C. were lit by fires and the sounds of conflict. General Thompson led a squad into the heart of the chaos, determined to find John Carter and offer him a truce. "We need to stop this before it spirals out of control," he thought, his resolve unwavering. John, surrounded by a group of loyal twins, spotted the general approaching. Hold your fire, he commanded. Let's hear what he has to say. Thompson extended a hand. John, we need to work together. BioCore is exploiting this conflict for their gain. We can stop them, but only if we unite. John hesitated, then nodded. Agreed, we want peace, not war. As they forged a tentative alliance, Emily activated the communication device, sending a message of hope and cooperation to all twins and humans. The battle for equality was far from over, but with unity, there was a chance for a brighter future. The conflict reached a critical point when BioCore deployed their private army to suppress the twins' uprising. The first clash occurred in Chicago, where BioCore's forces attacked a group of peaceful protesters. The air was thick with tension as the city braced for battle. General Mark Thompson, now leading a coalition of humans and sympathetic twins, moved quickly to intercept. We can't let them crush this movement, he declared to his troops. Prepare for combat. Dr. Emily Richards worked tirelessly to develop a countermeasure against BioCore's control over the twins. We need to break their hold on them, she said, collaborating with Lisa, a brilliant twin scientist. As the battle raged in Chicago, the streets were filled with the sounds of gunfire and explosions. Buildings shook, and the sky was lit up with flashes of light. John Carter and his fellow twins fought bravely, using their shared knowledge to outmaneuver BioCore's troops. Hold the line, John shouted. We fight for our freedom. General Thompson led his soldiers into the fray, providing much-needed support. We stand with you, he yelled, rallying both humans and twins. The sight of the united forces inspired hope in the midst of chaos. In the midst of the battle, Emily and Lisa managed to hack into BioCore's control system. We need to disable their control mechanisms, Emily urged. It's our only chance. Using their combined expertise, they disrupted the signals controlling the twins. Suddenly, many of the twins who had been fighting under BioCore's influence snapped out of their trance-like state. Confused but determined, they joined the resistance. You're free, Emily announced over the comms, her voice filled with relief and hope. With renewed vigor, the twins turned the tide. BioCore's forces began to retreat, their plans in disarray. Nathan Graves, watching from his secure office, was furious. This isn't over, he snarled, retreating to plan his next move. As the battle wound down, General Thompson and John Carter met in the middle of the battlefield, surrounded by their weary but victorious comrades. We did it, Thompson said, breathing a sigh of relief. But this is just the beginning. John nodded. We need to stay united. BioCore won't stop until they control every twin. Emily approached them, a determined look on her face. We have to expose BioCore's true intentions to the world. If people know what they're doing, they'll lose support. The alliance between humans and twins grew stronger in the aftermath of the battle. They knew the road ahead would be challenging, but with their combined strength, they were ready to face whatever came next. After the victory in Chicago, the alliance between humans and twins grew stronger. They set up a base of operations in a secure location, hidden from BioCore's surveillance. The atmosphere was tense, but filled with determination as they prepared for the next phase of their fight. We need to keep the momentum, General Mark Thompson urged at a strategy meeting. BioCore won't stop until they control every twin. John Carter nodded in agreement. We must take the fight to them. We can't let them regroup. Dr. Emily Richards continued her work on improving the quantum technology, hoping to find a peaceful resolution. We need to show the world that twins and humans can coexist, she said, working tirelessly in her makeshift lab. Meanwhile, Nathan Graves was not one to accept defeat easily. From his high-rise office, he plotted his revenge. He ordered his scientists to develop a weapon capable of erasing the memories of all twins, rendering them obedient once again. This will end their rebellion, he declared. As the Alliance prepared for their final stand, they discovered BioCore's plan. Lisa, the twin scientist, had intercepted communications revealing Graves' intentions. We need to strike now before they deploy this weapon, she warned. The coalition launched a coordinated attack on BioCore's headquarters in New York. The battle was fierce, with heavy casualties on both sides. John Carter led the charge, determined to end BioCore's tyranny once and for all. Emily worked alongside Lisa to hack into BioCore's systems, aiming to shut down the memory erasing device. We need to disable it before it's too late, Emily urged, her fingers flying over the keyboard. As the battle raged on, General Thompson and his troops provided cover for Emily and Lisa. "Hold the line," Thompson shouted. "We can't let them reach the device." Inside BioCore's headquarters, the fight reached a critical point. John and his team fought their way through the building, encountering fierce resistance from BioCore's security forces. The air was thick with smoke, and the sounds of conflict echoed through the halls. John and his team finally reached the control room where Graves was overseeing the deployment of the memory erasing device. "It's over, Graves," John declared, bursting into the room with his weapon drawn. Graves sneered, refusing to back down. "You'll never win," he snarled, lunging at John. In the ensuing struggle, John managed to disable the device just as Emily and Lisa completed their override. "We did it," Emily exclaimed, relief washing over her. With the device deactivated, BioCore's forces began to surrender. Graves, realizing his defeat, was taken into custody. The battle was won, but the war was not yet over. The Alliance emerged victorious, but they knew their fight was far from finished. General Thompson addressed the united forces. "Today we have proven that unity is our greatest strength. Together, we will build a future where humans and twins can live in harmony." Emily looked at John, a sense of hope in her eyes. "This is just the beginning. We have a lot of work ahead, but I believe we can make it happen." John nodded. "We will, for all of us." As they regrouped and prepared for the next steps, the Alliance knew that their unity and determination would be the key to building a better future. The battle against BioCore had brought them together, and now they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, united in their quest for freedom and equality. The battle at BioCore's headquarters had given the Alliance a crucial victory, but Nathan Graves' defeat was not the end. BioCore's remaining forces regrouped, and whispers of a larger, more organized counterattack spread through the Alliance's ranks. General Mark Thompson called a final strategy meeting. "We have to hit BioCore where it hurts," he said, pointing at the map of their main production facility in Silicon Valley. "This is where they manufacture their control devices and weapons. We take this down, and they lose their ability to fight." John Carter, now a key leader of the twins, agreed. "It's time to end this. We can't let them continue to oppress us." Dr. Emily Richards and Lisa worked tirelessly to prepare for the assault. Emily developed a virus that would disable BioCore's technology, while Lisa ensured the twins were ready for the battle ahead. On the day of the attack, the Alliance mobilized all their forces. Humans and twins stood side by side, ready to face the final challenge. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation and resolve. As they approached the facility, BioCore's defenses activated. Drones filled the sky, and automated turrets sprang to life. "Stay focused," General Thompson commanded. "We can do this." The initial wave was brutal. Explosions rocked the battlefield, and the air was thick with smoke. John led a squad of twins in a daring move to disable the turrets, using their shared knowledge and quick reflexes to outmaneuver the machines. Emily and Lisa infiltrated the facility's mainframe. "We need to upload the virus now," Emily said, her fingers flying over the keyboard. "This will shut down their entire network." Just as they began the upload, BioCore's remaining security forces stormed the room. "Protect them," John shouted as twins and humans formed a defensive line. The fight was intense, with every second feeling like an eternity. Emily's heart pounded as the progress bar slowly filled. "Almost there," she whispered, willing the upload to complete faster. Outside, General Thompson and his troops were holding the line, but the situation was dire. They needed the virus to succeed. "We can't hold them much longer," he shouted into his comm. Finally, the upload completed. "It's done," Emily cried out, relief flooding her. The facility's defenses went dark. The drones fell from the sky, and the turrets ceased fire. BioCore's forces, now leaderless and disoriented, began to retreat. John, exhausted but triumphant, looked around at his fellow fighters. "We've won," he said, a smile breaking through the grime on his face. General Thompson addressed the weary but victorious troops. "Today, we have defeated a great evil. We have shown that unity and courage can overcome even the most formidable foes. This victory is not just for us, but for future generations of humans and twins." Emily and John embraced, their relief palpable. "We did it," Emily said, tears of joy in her eyes. "We've secured a future for all of us." The Alliance stood together, knowing that their battle had not been in vain. They had fought for freedom, for equality, and for the right to coexist. The future was uncertain, but they faced it with hope and determination, ready to build a world where humans and quantum twins could live in harmony. The war against BioCore had forged an unbreakable bond between humans and twins. They had faced the darkness and emerged victorious, united by their shared humanity and their dreams of a better tomorrow.